Hello, Serge here in the backyard driving range. All right, I have a letter that came in that actually has two really good points on it. One's a question and one's a comment. So I'm gonna deal with the comment this time, and then we'll do the question another time. This comes to us from Dr. Brian, and Dr. Brian says, "Thanks, Don. I was talking about you the other day and had a debate going on about hitting up on the ball with two pros. The two pros disagreed." Then he asked another question. I'll take that up another day. This next question is going to be really awesome too. But the point with this one is I'm really happy that Dr. Brian was talking to pros and trying to inform them about the peak performance golf swing. But I think there's some wrong, I know there's wrong terminology in this sentence he wrote. He had a debate going on about hitting up on the ball. The term is really not hitting up, because if you hit up, if you truly tried to hit up on the ball, and it's not explained properly, there's going to be a lot of confusion and naturally disagreement. The term I always use is, once we transition, we swing up to the tee finish. So we swing up. Hitting up to me implies I'm trying to hit up on the ball, which we're swinging up, but the key is to take shallow divots. I mean, there might be a play on words here, but I want to make sure everybody really understands that concept. The reason why I figured that swinging up was important is because I believe that hitting down on the ball is one of the worst things we can do in golf. I mean, come here and you try to hit down. I've had students even tell me that took big chunky divots. I mean, tore out turf like they thought they were thought they were a bulldozer. That they were told to just hit down on that ball, pound that ball into the ground with an iron. And I think that's no good. Why? Well, first off, the ground is resistance. The more turf you take, the deeper you go, the more the club gets slowed up, the more the club can be twisted, the more energy that from that collision, so to speak, with the club to the ground can pass up the shaft, into the hands, into the fingers, the hands, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, even down into the back, and start causing stress and strain. All right? So we like thin divots, thin to win. We want the club to kind of ricochet off the ground. Ricochets will, if it slows down, it's negligible. It might even speed up, especially on hard ground. So and with the club glancing, the shock waves, so to speak, are really, really reduced. So, and again, why do we need to hit down? Down is free. It's the only part of the golf swing that is free. We have to work very hard and very diligently to lift that club up. But once I bump, if I bump and I just drop the club, it's coming down. Gravity is helping us. It's our number one friend here. We don't want to turn it into sort of an enemy by pounding down on the club, trying to hit the ball and take all that turf. But then again, once you strike the ball, then you have to swing up to the tee finish. And the key is to try to keep that swing accelerating to impact, through impact, and then once it really starts going up, we know it's going to decel, but you're doing your greatest effort to try to keep that acceleration going up there to a controlled finish. So it's gradually burning out, so to speak, going up. But the key is, I think that swinging up to the finish knows that the club's coming down, and all we want to do is just nip the club off the ground, nip it, tear the grass out, hit those very shallow divots, the ones that ricochet off the ground. Reduce the stress and strain, and hit the ball much more solid and straight. So just, I don't know, we can call it a play on words or whatever, but I really think that if you understand, first off, my thoughts about deep divots and taking divots versus nips and everything else, you'll understand the concept of, and I think you'll all agree that the term swing up is better, but we have to get the ball before we swing up with that ricochet divot and hit the ball much more solid, straight, and longer, and be shooting those lower scores. All right, so let's swing up for better golf impact. That's it for the Search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.